This is Dave with XMD Northwest. I'm here with Braden from Say We Can Fly.
Say We Can Fly, yeah.
How are you enjoying this tour?
It's good, man. I mean, it's kind of nice having a year under my belt like I did last year, so I kind of like have a better idea of how it works. I feel like a little more open this time. Like I've been able to like hang out with people and make friends. And it's cool to play on a stage because I was in the acoustic tent last year, so it's a different experience. But I've had a really good time.
What's it like seeing so many different stages and so many different genres on tour?
It's crazy. It's like there's no other tour like this one, really. So I think it's cool, like just for me, as an artist, because I'm hearing so many different, takes on music every single day, and I get to meet people who are, creating those things. So I think it's just really cool that there's kind of like something for everybody at Warped Tour.
So what's it like? What kind of new bands have you gotten enlightened to being on this tour?
I'm trying to think here. I mean, there's a couple bands on my stage. A band called Cane Hill. They're like a really heavy band, but I really like them. Water Parks, super cool. I'd never seen Sum 41 play before, so it was really awesome to see them because I used to listen to them back in the day. So there's so many. I can't even think of the names right now, but yeah.
And what's your guys' plans after Warp?
So I'm gonna be going home and shooting some music videos because I have a new album coming out in the fall, which I just finished before I left. So probably just like creating content for that and just kind of developing the whole release plan. And then I think I'm announcing another tour in a couple weeks. So yeah.
Today's technology, we live in a media world, and people are using their cell phones. It shows videoing all the time. What's your stance on that when you're out there performing?
Honestly, like I don't think I've really ever thought about it, just because I've always kind of been, very involved in social media because that's kind of how I've grown my music career. And so I think it's helpful for bands when there's people like capturing and sharing everything. I know some people kind of disagree, but I think that's just kind of how it is now. And any kind of exposure you can get, as an artist, I think is really important. So I'm totally like all for that, 100%.
What's some of your biggest influences that you pull from?
Like musically, vocally, cause I do like acoustic stuff, so it's kind of interesting. But my favorite band is Under Oath, and they're like a heavy band. Just like their vocalist Aaron, he's inspired me a lot. And My Chemical Romance has definitely been one also. And Secondhand Serenade kind of inspired me to start the acoustic thing. But I'm also like I love listening to like soundtracks, like movie soundtracks, like Lord of the Rings and video games and stuff, just because I like that whole like orchestral kind of vibe, and I like to kind of add that to my music a little bit too, because I just always, whenever I write a song, it's like kind of like a mini movie in my head, so I love listening to that kind of thing. So yeah.
And then wow, I actually just got dumbfounded. That's rare.
Yeah.
With the presidential election coming, where do you stand on that? And do you feel people need to be more educated?
I'm from Canada, so I don't really know a whole lot about the whole U.S. one. I honestly, I don't really follow that stuff just because I've never really been interested, and I just don't like to kind of get involved with that. But from what I know, it kind of feels like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I don't really. I mean, I'm sure if you're voting, it's probably good to be educated, but I don't know enough about it to comment.
So what do you see with you touring the U.S. and Canada? What do you see the difference between the two countries?
I think a lot of it is just kind of, it depends where you go. Like areas like Seattle and Portland remind me more of, home. But I feel like where I'm from, it's like a very small town, and there's like kind of a very friendly mentality. I feel like it's just kind of like Canada's a little slower for some reason, just in general. There's kind of, that's kind of and there's a lot of like, people are a little more timid there, it feels like, for some reason. I feel like there's not as much violence that goes on for some reason. They have their differences. I think the U.S. is great for certain things, and Canada's great for certain things.
So do you prefer clubs or big festivals like this?
It's hard to say. Sometimes I wish I was on a Warped Tour, but when I'm here, sometimes I wish I was playing air-conditioned clubs. But I think I like club tours because just like the sound, and it's easier to like get ready for the show and not sweat and actually look the way you want. And but I mean, Warped Tour, there's so many people, and it's like such a cool experience. So I don't know if like one's better than the other. I think it's just different.
So do you feel this tour helped widen your fan base?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think just simply because like there's so many people every day like that. A lot of them haven't heard my music, and I think a lot of it too. Like some people have like heard the name Say We Can Fly, and then just happen to stumble by the set, and they haven't actually heard the music before. So I think it's definitely like super helpful for that.
Well, thank you for giving us your time, and good luck on your endeavors, and hope to see you again soon.
Cool.